Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Lynette Schaefer, the Director of Training here at LEDVANCE, and we have some amazing new products to introduce you to. And we also have quite a few that are line extensions, which really actually proves that we are continuously striving for a well-rounded portfolio. So first up, our brand new product offering is the OptiSelect wall mount cylinder. Now, I've actually been seeing a lot of these sort of cool cylinders in a lot of homes. You'll see them if you're driving by like a garage door. You'll sometimes see them on both sides of the garage door. And I've also seen them in a couple of restaurants as well. As a matter of fact, I was in a winery not too long ago, and they had them on the back of the bar area, which looked really nice too. So they've got some very neat practical purposes, and they also have some very cool architectural type purposes too. Now, this product is UL certified. It is FCC RoHS and is trusted by our warranty, which is a 5-year warranty. It is also IP65, so it's suitable for wet locations. It also features both scale design and OptiSelect. It does come in 3 different sizes. You have your 3-inch, your 4-inch, and your 6-inch. And it also has 3 selectable wattages in each of these sizes. The voltage is 120 to 347 and also has the 3 selectable CCTs, 3000, 4000, and 5000K. The finish options do include black, bronze, and white. I have all of those here to the left of me right here. And each comes with a photocell, which can be disabled in the field. The 125 lumens per watt is pretty impressive, considering if you look at other competitors with a similar product, barely any of them even achieve 100 lumens per watt. So ours is pretty nice, coming in at 125. Now, the lumens do range as low as 625 to as high as 3,750. Which is also more than most of our competing manufacturers. Many of our competitors only come in at about 3,200 lumens. And as I mentioned, this product features OptiSelect, which has the 3 beam angles that can be easily selected, 25, 40, or 60 degree. The product also comes with 4 kV of surge protection, and it is also obviously protected with that kV surge protection if there's any voltage surge, which is actually a really nice feature too. So let's talk a little bit more about some of these amazing key features. So here I have one right here. And as I mentioned, it has something called OptiSelect. Many of you are already familiar with OptiSelect because it is available on the products that you see here, the area light, the bollard, as well as our track light. But we are actually coming out with 2 new products, not just this one, but also a new par lamp that also features OptiSelect. And what that means is you can achieve multiple lighting distributions without having to open up the luminaire. This truly does ensure longevity from water and from moisture. And since the luminaire doesn't need to be opened to change the beam distribution, it means it also allows for flexibility in the field and inventory reduction. What's cool about this is you can have precision aiming, which helps eliminate light trespass and is excellent for a lot of those outdoor applications where you have to be really careful on where all of that light is being thrown. Now, as you can see here, we do already have a number of products, as I mentioned, that has OptiSelect, but this one here is the newest one, along with the par lamp, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So in order to change the beam on the cylinder, there is a letter number combination via these switches. And these switches can be found by removing the top knockout. I already have this loose. So you remove this, and you can see here on my slide, there are little letters and numbers that allow you to adjust your beam, 25, 40, or 60. There's just switches in here, as well as the CCT, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. There's also a separate switch that allows for upward illumination only, downward illumination only, or both up and down, which is on the bottom. And there's also, I'm not going to try to put that back on there. There's also a photocell too, which you will find on a separate knockout, which is right here. I should have got those loose first, but on the bottom one, there's an on and an off to enable or disable the photocell. And there's also the feature to be able to have up light, down light, or both up and down. So there's a separate knockout for both of those features, for the ability to change your CCT, as well as the ability to turn on or off your photocell, and also to be able to select what distribution you want, which is amazing. Now, just keep in mind, the up, down, and both, what will happen is if you have both up and down, if they're both up and down, there will be 50% light upward and 50% downward. When the up light or down light, all up, or all down, it'll be 100% light output. So if you have both of them on, as I do with this one, there's 50% up, 50% down. But if I only had the one up, it would be all 100% up light or all 100% down light, okay? So truly having all of these options do set us apart from the competition. It is a super neat, awesome, amazing product, especially with that OptiSelect, not having to open up the luminaire. And really what it means is there's almost nearly 81 SKUs in one product, which is absolutely amazing. This means excellent way to reduce inventory. You have greater job site flexibility and obviously a lot more customization for any project as well. Now there is an internal level. I just noticed this when I was installing these this weekend. There is a little internal level, which I found kind of handy on the mounting plate, which is right here, okay? So this mounting plate also is nice because it has so many different patterns that you can easily attach it to a J-box. Somebody that's doing installation is gonna very much appreciate this. It is also has that scale design, which is a great way to see our brand recognition. Additionally, there is an integrated photo cell, which I just talked about. You can disable that via the on or off switch. Now, this product is an aluminum housing, and as I mentioned, comes in the 3 sizes, 3-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch. It does come in the bronze, the black, and the white. And it does also provide you that maximum flexibility with all the sizes, all the colors, and then all the options for up, down, both light, and also additionally the adjustable OptiSelect as well. So lots of different features that you can achieve with this product. And again, the 3 distributions for that OptiSelect are 25, 40, and 60 via a switch, no reflector swap, no lens swap. We make it super, super easy. Now, for those of you who are interested in seeing the item numbers, here they are. This is just taken directly from the spec sheet. You can also scan the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. All right, so the next brand new product for November 2024 product launch is the newest microdisc featuring night ring technology. Now, this is ideal for many applications in addition to hotels and maybe even hospitality applications. A lot of people love to put these in like nursery rooms. I am a big fan of this product. It's pretty neat. I'm going to show you how it works here in just a second. It is FCC, it's RoHS, ETL, it's backed by the trusted warranty. It also meets Title 24 and is also damp location. It does feature this night ring technology, which I'll get into in just another minute. The product is available in 4-inch or 6-inch. It is 120 volt. It can be dimmed using an approved triac dimmer. It is 90 CRI. It does have that 5 CCT selectability as well. And that is located right on the junction box here, okay? And you can choose the CCT all the way from 2,700K up to 5,000K. And you'll notice it also has a white finish as well, okay? The lumens are about 830 for the 4-inch, okay? About 1,000 for the 6-inch. The one that I'm holding is the 4-inch, but we do make it in the 6-inch as well. But at any rate, 1,000 for the 6-inch and 830 for the 4-inch. Lumens per watt come in at about 83 lumens per watt. Now, when you put this into night mode, the lumens come out to be about 20 lumens, but because this is also dimmable, you could, if you wanted, using an approved triac dimmer, to dim it down all the way down to 10 more or 10 lumens versus the 20, so about 50% if you chose to do that. So 20 lumens night mode and dim it down all the way to 10 lumens if you choose to in that night mode setting. It also comes with the template, so you can easily have a pattern to cut it out so that you have your cutout pattern with it. That comes in the box as well. Now, this next product is very much similar to the one I just showed you. There's only a couple of minor differences. And that is number 1, the Title 20. This is Title 20, not Title 24, like the previous one. And the reason for this is because, as you can see, you primarily would use this in a retrofit situation. This is really great for where you have existing can lights or existing down lights, or maybe if you are a contractor who's installing these, if they want to put in a brand new can light, they can do that. And then you use this product as well. The key is that it takes a screw and base in order to install it. The previous one really is meant more for new construction because of the J-box. But again, it's kind of personal preference. But if it was up to me, I would mainly use this design for new construction. Okay. Now you're going to also notice that this particular product does come in the 4-inch, 5-inch, or 6-inch options. I should say, it doesn't come in those two. It comes in 2 options, 4-inch, or it comes in another option, which will work in 5 or 6-inch cans. So it's a little versatile. It works in a lot of those existing cans that already are there. Now the lumens are slightly lower for the 4-inch, coming in at 700 versus the 800 for the new construction one I just showed you. The nightlight mode is the exact same, 20 lumens, but it can be dimmed down to 10 lumens using that triac dimmer, approved triac dimmer for LED technology. And of course, because this is a retrofit, in most cases, people use it as a retrofit, it does come with that E26 base. Now the lumens per watt are slightly higher at 87. And you will also notice this comes in at about a 35,000 hour life rating, while the new construction one came in at 50,000 hours, 50, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the coolest feature of these 2 brand new downlights. There is something that we refer to as night ring, okay? So what happens with night ring is that it helps encourage relaxation before bed. Anytime you can kind of reduce your light and be surrounded by reduced output, it makes it much better. You probably notice that with your cell phones anymore at night. It also reduces anxiety associated with darkness. It aids in better visibility at night. And it also helps to enhance safety and security. And overall, it actually does help the overall health and wellness and assists in navigation at night, and to help you not disturb others in other partnering rooms by having the night light. So we now have 3 products that make up the Night Ring family, with the Night Ring Retrofit and the Micro Disc being the 2 newest ones. And the way it works is, imagine this is a switch that I'm holding. All right, so I'm just going to basically turn it on, okay? And then if I flip the switch down and back on, it goes into Night Ring mode. Okay, so again, I flip it back on, full brightness, flip it back off, night ring mode. So you have the visibility and the ability to change it by just doing a zip, zip, zip with your switch. And that is how you are able to adjust the night ring mode. So yes, both of these do feature night ring, but they also have some additional amazing features. They both offer that 5cc selectable choice, 2700 up to 5000K. They also have the easy installation, depending upon whether it's for new construction or for a retrofit. And we say easy because, of course, the micro disc comes with all the mounting accessories. It has that junction box included, which is ideal, again, for new construction. And of course, for the retrofit, it comes with that E26 base. And also the torsion springs. And the new construction, by the way, has a metal housing, while the retrofit one has a plastic housing. So here is another brand new product for us. These are the LED white filament lamps, and these are available in multiple shapes and sizes. As a matter of fact, I can't hold them all here. These are really excellent for residential and hospitality type applications because they give you that aesthetically pleasing look both on and off. I'm actually a really big fan of these. They look really, really nice. I just got these when I arrived in our training center here in Westfield, Indiana, and these are amazing, okay? These are going to look great both on and off, as I mentioned. These are ETL, FCC, RoHS. They are also backed by a 3-year trusted warranty, and they can also be used in wet locations. There are various wattages to choose from. It just depends on what shape and what size you're going for. These can also be dimmed via approved triac dimmers. The CRI is in the mid 80s, and we do have 2 fixed CCTs of either 2700K or 5000K. Now the lumens and the lumens per watt and the sizes will just vary depending upon which one and what shape you're going with. They are made out of glass, all right, so don't drop them. They're probably a little bit more heavier glass than some of the old fragile incandescent ones, but you still don't want to drop them. They are made out of glass. These are rated for 15,000 hours, and they are approved for enclosed fixtures as long as you stay within the temperature range. So always check out the spec sheet, and that's true with any LED type of technology that we have. So as a quick little summary for features, we have a full family coming in at 80 CRI. This means reduced energy consumption compared to traditional technology. They can also be used in enclosed luminaires, assuming that you keep within that temperature range. They are dimmable via approved triac dimmer. They are suitable also for wet locations and can be used in indoor or outdoor locations as well. So all very good selling features of that product. And they come in a wonderful, pretty little package too. So we can't beat that as well. Now, I do realize this is pretty tiny, but here is a list of item numbers. It may just be easier to scan that QR code to get to the spec sheet, but these are all the products that we have available as well. Now, before we move into our next product, I just want to take a little minute to talk a little bit about TrueWave technology. These are the three products, the next three products that are the newest addition to our TrueWave offering, okay? Our TrueWave technology is really meant to help reduce the blue that typically are part of LED technology. When you reduce the blue, we have seen that it's much better to be able to mimic that natural light and have that less intense blue, which also does a great job of delivering lower glare, and also it reduces eye strain. So TrueWave, as you can see here, is offered in a number of lamps, and also the micro disc and the slim selectable downlight as well, and also the under cabinet. But we also have a couple of new lamps that we are going to be talking about that also have that TrueWave technology as well. And that's the G25, the ST19, and also the PAR 38. So our first product featuring TrueWave are the G25 and the ST19. I think I have one of these. Yep, I'm just going to grab the box. That's fine. Here we go. So these two here, this is the G25. It looks like a globe. That's why I call it G25. The ST19, in case you're not familiar with your shapes, this is the ST19, okay? These are filament lamps. As you noticed, they're not going to be white filament like the last product I showed you. These are going to be more of the amber looking filament. These do feature 5 CCT selectability, which is also pretty nifty. If you look on the base of this thing, you're going to see the adjustability right here on the base of it, which is nice. These are great for residential hospitality applications. 5 different color temperature settings. As I mentioned, you can also do a great job of figuring out what's going to be best for your space and move it and change it if you don't like it, which is awesome. And to have this be TrueWave technology too is excellent for your home. These are UL, ETL, FCC, RoHS. They also meet Title 20. They're also backed by our trusted warranty. These lamps, as I said, feature TrueWave. They come in 5, 7.5, 13 watts, available in G25 and ST19. They can be dimmed using approved triac dimmers. 90 CRI, 5 CCT selectability from 2,700 to 5,000. The lumens come in at 500, 800, and 1,400, depending upon what lamp you go with. Lumens per watt range from 100 to 108. It just depends on the lamp size and which one you're getting. This is also a glass lamp. They are rated for 15,000 hours. They too are approved for use in enclosed luminaires or fixtures, but you have to maintain that temperature rating. And these are also suitable for dry and damp locations, not wet location, just dry and damp locations. Now we also have the PAR, make sure I grab the right one. We also have the PAR 38 that has an adjustable beam, as well as the selectability for your CCT. So you can almost say that this also has OptiSelect, right? So this PAR 38 is excellent for residential hospitality applications. These could be really amazing for museums too, because you can easily adjust the beam spread. You can maybe see that right there. You just twist it and it will change the beam spread for you. Okay, you can kind of hear it clicking as you're doing that, by the way. This is all about like fewer SKUs, right? So it's awesome to have a product like this that gives you the selectability of CCT as well as 3 different distribution types too. Now these are UL, ETL, FCC, RoHS, Title 20. They are backed by the 5-year trusted warranty, and they are also suitable for wet locations, unlike the last one I just showed you. So besides TrueWave, as I mentioned, it also features OptiSelect because you can easily change the beam without having to open up the lamp. And we all know what OptiSelect is because we talked about that at the beginning of the presentation. Again, the beam angles that you can choose from are 15, 25, and 40. This can be easily changed by just, again, kind of rotating it, and you can decide which one you want. And this also obviously provides 100% customization on the spot too. Now, this PAR 38 is available in 8.5 or 15.5 watts. It's also dimmable via triac dimmer, 90 CRI, 5 cc to selectable options ranging from 2,700 to 5,000. The lumens come in at about 650 or 1,200, and the lumens per watt range from 83 up to 108. And because this is a PAR 38, it does come in at about 4 3/4 inch in diameter. It is also plastic, by the way, on the outside. All right. And the lamp is rated for 25,000 hours. It is suitable for that dry, damp, or wet location, and is approved also for enclosed fixtures, as long as the temperature range is within the operating temperature. And again, this lamp is plastic. Okay. Here are the item numbers for each of these 3 products. The PAR 38 is the only one that does feature the OptiSelect. So as we talked about, we were kind of covering the entire True Wave editions. So we had the 2, the G25, and the ST19, and then we had this one here. That's all part of our additional True Wave offering, but this guy right here is the only one that has the OptiSelect and the ability to adjust your beam angle. Okay. We have another one to get through before we launch to the next slide. So next up, we have the Sylvania Renaissance LED PAR lamp. Okay. Now this Renaissance family that we talk about, think museums, right? Think about hospitality, healthcare, retail. This lamp and the entire Renaissance line is all about the museums, hospitality. These offer that higher lumen package and have also a higher center beam candle power, which is really excellent for color critical applications and does a super nice job of matching traditional PAR lamps as well. So look for the Renaissance name if you're looking at anything with museums or retail or even hospitality for that matter. These are UL certified, FCC, RoHS. They're backed by the 5-year trusted warranty. These are suitable for wet location. These lamps do come in a PAR 20, a PAR 30, and also a PAR 30, PAR 30 long neck, and also PAR 38. If I'm not mistaken, I hope that's right. All right, so yes, PAR 20, PAR 30, PAR 30 long neck, as well, which is the LN. Okay. The wattages vary based on the lamp. These are dimmable with approved triac dimmers, 90 CRI, fixed CCT options of either 2,700, 3,000, 3,500, or 4,000. Again, those are fixed. There's no selectability on this thing. These are available in a narrow flood, a flood, and a wide spot. You also have fixed beam angles to choose from based on the flood, the narrow flood, and the spot, 15, 25, and 40 degrees. I should have fast forwarded that, sorry. So the lumens for this PAR 20 come in at 550. The PAR 30 and the PAR 38 long neck is 1,000 lumens, and the PAR 38 is 1,350 lumens. The lumens per watt range from 71 to 81. These are made out of metal, and they do have an L70 life rating of 25,000 hours. And again, these are also suitable for enclosed fixtures as long as it's within the temperature range. Another brand new product for us is the Dualescent Deluxe LED TT5 lamp. This is a 4-pin based lamp. Of course, the Dualescent means that it can work on both type A or type B. Of course, with type A, you need to make sure you have checked your ballast compatibility. These lamps are ideal for offices, schools, hotels, motels, and retail stores. These are UL. They are also DLC standard, just no DLC 5.1 as of November 2024. It's pending for the 17 watt and the 24 watt. These are FCC, they're RoHS, they are also backed by a 5-year trusted warranty. They are also NSF and damp location rated. There are a lot of wattages to choose from, 8 all the way up to 24. These lamps are glass, however, they do have a PET coating. So if I drop it on the floor and if it happens to break, It all stays intact. That's why it gets that NSF rating. So this PET coating, even though it's a glass lamp, you can kind of see here, all that glass stays intact, which is awesome. Now for a type A installation, dimming can be achieved by using select 0 to 10 volt dimming ballast. In a type B installation, 120, 277 volt, dimming is achieved using 120 volt phase cut dimmers only. And this is only for the 17 watt and above models. Those are the only ones that are dimmable. Now the CRI does come in at 82. You've got 4 fixed CCTs, 3000, 3500, 4100, and 5000 K. And again, keep in mind, these are a type A, B install. So you can either take it as a direct replacement, type A plug and play, if you check ballast compatibility, or type B, which is basically a ballast bypass. The lumens range from 1000 to 2400, with the lumens per watt for the 17 to 24 watt coming in at about 163. The lower wattages, the 8 through 16, come in at about 133 lumens per watt. So just a little recap of the features. This is a full family of 6 sizes total. Many of our competitors do not offer a complete offering like we do. We have the greatest number of lengths and wattages to choose from. These lamps offer energy savings and legislative replacements for your FT18DL, your FT55DL. You can also check out the spec sheet for more details on replacement options. You also have flexible installation options, either a type A direct replacement on compatible electronic ballast, or type B direct wire to 120, 277 volt line voltage, AKA ballast bypass, which is usually the best option because you avoid any incompatibility situations that sometimes are seen with type A installations. And it also eliminates any ballast maintenance because you bypass the ballast. You don't use a ballast. It's direct wired for a type B. Now the form factor is also great. It follows that fluorescent ANSI dimensions. It is also shatter resistant. It has that PET coating that I talked to you about. And you can adjust brightness and achieve additional energy savings on the 17 watt to 24 watt models. This can be achieved through 120 volt phase cut dimming for the type B, or when paired with a compatible 0 to 10 volt dimming ballast, type A. Now, one thing I did just want to quickly mention is the current 17 watt that we have available. That is available in a type A, and it's also available in a type B. Those will be phased out, and the new 17 watt, which is now a type A plus B, will be its replacement. And you will also have the additional 5000 K option, which you didn't have on the previous type A and the type B of the 17 watt. So that's a nice little addition as well. Now, lots of options with these lamps. As a matter of fact, they have multiple options. They don't even fit all on the page. So be sure to scan the QR code to get the entire spec sheet so you can get all the great details from that. All right, next up, we are going to switch to line extensions, all right? So our first one up is the OptiSelect Area Light. I might spend a little bit more time talking about this just because it's such an amazing product. This is now available in both black and white, in addition to the bronze, which we've already had. We launched the bronze back in summer of 2024. Some of the things I just wanted to kind of mention on this, because we did just launch it a couple months ago, is that yes, we have the black and white that's now available, but remember some of the key highlights, all right? So first of all, dual selectability, which means you can easily change the CCT or wattage upon installation. And of course, we also have the scale design with the LEDVANCE brand right here as well. This is also controls ready, which means you can easily add a standalone or network lighting control solution via the screw-in design. No electrician required. It also comes with that 7-pin NEMA receptacle on the top with the shorting cap. If you decide you want to use the controls ready, just make sure that if you're using this for controls ready and you're putting a sensor on it, you can't use this too. You can't use both of them at the same time. It does have also the flexibility for installation with the flex mount. Again, flex mount is all about being able to easily mount the product out of the box, whether it's a wall, a round pole, a square pole, a tenon, you name it, we can do it with our flex mount that comes with it. And of course, the best thing is that OptiSelect, and we already talked about that a couple of times, but this is where you would be able to switch between type 3, 4, and type 5 distribution without having to open up the luminaire. Amazing selling feature of that product, now available in both white and also available in the black. So here are your item numbers for the OptiSelect. These are all the products, but we also have the additional line items that you'll see. The other thing too, that is missing from this particular slide, it just wasn't updated on the spec sheet yet, is we do have the white and black offered in the 1800, the 2200, and the 2700K. Even though right on my screen right now, you're only seeing the higher CCT levels, we do have them available in the 1800, the 2200, and the 2700K. So before I advance to the next slide, it looks like we have maybe a question.
John is asking what can't you use at the same time?
Oh, you cannot use your NEMA photocell, your traditional photocell on the top, and your, let's say, network lighting control or your standalone control here. So you can't use this and this at the same time, which is your controls ready out receptacle. It's either one or the other. Either you're using the photocell or you're using the controls ready receptacle. Okay. All right, our next line extension is the full cutoff wall pack. That is this one right here. This is now available in 1800, 2200, and 2700K is selectable. So you've got your selectable options right here. This is a great addition to our full cutoff wall pack solutions. It does come in bronze. It includes the integrated photocell, which obviously can be disabled in the field. You do have the UV stabilized polycarbonate lens as well. It does have the ability to have field installable standalone or network lighting controls via that screw and receptacle. Please remember, if you are going to use that, if you're going to use the controls ready, you do have to disable the photocell. Okay, so you again, kind of like the area light, you can't use both the photocell and a controls ready solution at the same time. Let's see what else. Oh, it does have the hinge door housing and also an internal level. And you can see here, it also has this amazing scale design. It is UL, DLC Premium, FCC, RoHS, 5-year trusted warranty, and also dark sky compliant as well. So as we start to talk about dark sky, I just wanted to kind of put a little plug in here real quick. First of all, it's important to understand why we're starting to talk dark sky. It really has to do with light pollution. So it's all about when we as people have some sort of alteration to the outdoor lighting levels instead of them naturally occurring. When we add too much light from luminaires or whatever, it can be very harmful to wildlife, the ecosystem, our human health, energy, climate control, crime, safety, night sky heritage. There's all kinds of things that go into light pollution. So the solution is to purchase dark sky approved products. And those products minimize glare, they reduce light trespass, they also reduce light pollution. And it's all about having these products that avoid the glare, avoid overlighting, making sure that we're putting the right amount of light where it belongs. And so keeping in mind, dark sky is really super critical. And also, so we're clear, this has nothing to do with turtle lights, all right? Dark sky is different from the turtle conversation, all right? So when we look at LEDVANCE's portfolio of dark sky compliant products, it includes a number of products, as you can see here. So we are starting to grow more and more in our dark sky compliant portfolio, which is absolutely amazing because we are starting to see that on more specifications as well. And here are the 4 new item numbers that you can take a quick peek at. And again, scan the QR code for those spec sheets as well. Otherwise, these are the 4 brand new products with the lower CCT, 1800, 2200, and 2700K. All right, next up is another line extension, and that is, I knew I had it somewhere. So this is our jelly jar. All right, whoops. Let me try to back up here a second. I wanted to fast forward. So our next line extension is the addition of colored lenses for our jelly jar. So this product is now available in, as for accessories, a glass frosted lens, red, blue, green, and yellow as well. So keep in mind, this product does feature flex mount because you can mount it to a ceiling, you can mount it to a wall, and you can also adjust the angle of it too. So it does have that flex mount with it, in addition to now these amazing accessories too. Here are the part numbers for these different accessories. So we've got the red, the blue, the green, the yellow, and the frosted lens, all that are available for you to choose from now. And of course, the replacement frosted lens, I don't want to forget about that. So in case it gets broken. And then next up, we have the famous bollard. So this is our bollard right here. It is now available with a gray finish. I don't have that here to show you, but it is now available with the gray finish. So this is a really nice addition to our already white, black, and bronze housing. So now to have this in gray is amazing. It does provide 360-degree illumination, and it is also field selectable. So it has a Opti Select option. You can choose from 90, 180, 270, or 360. So basically each one of these quadrants, you can choose by going to the luminaire. Don't have to open anything up. And there are little dip switches right underneath here that allows you to change the quadrant that you want on or off by just pushing these, or actually pulling these up or down, depending upon what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so this is a really amazing product. That's our bollard with Opti Select, now available in the gray finish, integrated photocell, optional EMBB, 10 kV of surge protection as well. All right, hang on one second. My mouse decided to take a, here we go. And here we have the item numbers for the gray bollard, as you can see here. And again, the spec sheet's very handy in the lower right-hand corner too. And then next up, we have another line extension. This is for our linear slots. These are the non-power fed canopies. The linear slot, keep in mind, can be pendant, surface, recessed, or wall mount. It is linkable up to 40 pieces. Just go to the spec sheet for more details on that. The nice thing about our linear slot is that you have the option for 100% direct light downward. You can also do direct or indirect. So you could have 70% downward and 30% upward. It does have the white and the black housing. It now has the L, the T, and the X connectors available, along with a number of other accessories, in addition to the newest, which is the non-power fed canopies. And so you might be asking, well, what does a non-power feed canopy mean? So I went to my trusty Google Copilot, and they said to me that number one, a non-power fed canopy in lighting and luminaires refers to a canopy that does not supply power to the luminaire. Essentially, it is used for aesthetic and structural purposes rather than electrical ones. And some other key points is it hides electrical junction boxes and wiring, giving it a more clean, polished look. It also supports the luminaire, ensuring it is securely mounted, and it does not have any power, obviously. And so it just basically aids in purely a decorative type, more of a look. So that's what that does. All right, so there you have it. All right, next up, oh, of course, here are the numbers for these new accessories too. And again, the spec sheet that you have available. Next up, we have an addition of a 3-line single phase 8-foot track for our track heads. As a little refresher, the track heads are available in either 24-degree or 36-degree, or we have the option for Opti Select that allows you to choose your degree adjustability from 20 to 52 degrees. We also have a 22 to 60-degree adjustability depending on the item as well. So either 20 to 52 or 22 to 60, it just depends on the product that you get. White or black housing. These are a single circuit H-track. The accessories include the track rails, 2, 4, and now the 8-foot. And of course, we've got the connections as well. Keep in mind, you can also rotate the head all the way from 0 to 350 degrees around. And you can also adjust it 0 to 90 degrees up and down too. Now, these are triac dimming, and these do also feature that scale design too that we've talked about a couple of other times during this presentation. And here are the item numbers for the new 3-line single phase 8-foot rail available in both black and white. So you basically have 2 part numbers here to choose from. And again, that's 8-foot, both black and white. Our next line extension is the linear 5A. This is now available in 277 to 480 volts. This now allows you to choose between two linear high bays. You have the 5A or the 6A. Both of these do feature controls ready, so you can easily add your control solution, standalone or network, without the need for an electrician. They do come with the V-hooks. They also come with 3-foot mounting chains. The accessories include the wire guard, surface mount or pendant mount brackets. They are UL certified, DLC premium, FCC RoHS, and have a 5-year warranty. And now, of course, with the 5A being offered in that 120 to 277, as well as 277 to 480, this is a great addition to kind of basically round out this product offering. So it is an amazing addition for us in that 120 or in that 277 to 480, as well as the 120 to 277, which we've had out for a while. And here, of course, are the item numbers for these new 277 to 480 volt items. So our last line extension, which actually could be more like a new product, is a 1 5/8 inch U-bend. We have had these in a 6-inch for a while, but we're now introducing the 1 5/8 inch. This is a dual essent, a curve loom featuring 5 CCT selectability. Now, again, this is the 1 5/8 inch lamp. It expands our dualescent family of hybrids. These are a frosted nanoplastic material that provides illumination through the bend, which is extremely important. And as a reminder, the 6-inch U-bend really had a much higher adoption in the traditional fluorescent market. And we also obviously have a ton of offerings for that 6-inch U-bend family with our substitute static CCT, the static and 5 CCT leadlescent, and also the dualescent universal 3 CCT selectability. Since the 1 5/8 inch is more limited, we have developed these lamps to be as flexible as possible to reduce the number of SKUs, complexity. So let's just dig a little bit deeper into this one, since it is a little bit of a newer product. So first of all, it is UL certified. It is DLC. DLC 5.1 is applicable to the 9.5 watt and the 13 watt. FCC RoHS 5-year trusted warranty, NSF and damp location listed. As you can see, this new 1 5/8 inch U-bend comes in 3 wattages. You got the 13, the 9.5, and the 7 watt. It does have a frosted nano plastic finish, and it is also dimmable. If you are going to be dimming it for type A installation, dimming can be achieved by using select 0 to 10 volt dimming ballast. In a type B installation, 120 to 277 volt, dimming is achieved using 120 volt phase cut dimmers only. And as I mentioned, you do have that 5 CCT selectability of 3000, 35, 4100, 5000, or 6500K. Now, the lumens do range from 950 to 2000. It does also offer an impressive 154 lumens per watt. The sizes are available in 10.5 inch, 16.5 inch, or 22.5. Just know that a lot of competitors don't offer that 16.5 and the 22.5 lengths. So kind of a neat little feature for us as well. And just to drive home some of the features, once again, you've got the 5 CC to choose from, which obviously aids in inventory reduction and greater job site flexibility. You also have flexible installation options, either the type A direct replacement on compatible electronic ballast, or type B direct wired to 120 to 277 volt line voltage, which we also refer to as ballast bypass, which really is the best option because you avoid any incompatibility sometimes seen with type A, and it also eliminates any ballast maintenance because it's direct wired, there is no ballast. These lamps can be wired as double or single-ended when used as a type B installation, which is another great selling feature. The reason for that is because we realize part of the market prefers single-ended power. However, at the end of the day, double-ended is really ideal for safety and reliability. Of course, you also have energy savings and a great legislative replacement because this one can replace your FBO 31s, your FBO 29s, your FBO 24s, and your FBO 16s. Now, as I mentioned, this is also shatterproof with that frosted nanoplastic with the illuminated bend. Also, as I talked about, 145 degrees. Light emitting angle is 300 degrees. So you've got the beam angle at 145 degrees and the light emitting angle coming in at 300 degrees. So it does a really great job of giving you that uniformity all the way through the bend. It's also adjustable as far as brightness, and that also is great because anytime you dim something, you can also have additional energy savings. This is accomplished through that 120-volt phase cut dimming via type B installation. Or if you do pair it with a compatible 0 to 10-volt dimming ballast in a type A type application or installation, you can also do that. And just know that we have a really robust list of dimmers that you can use now if you are going to do that 0 to 10-volt dimming type A install. And then of course, we can't forget to mention our safety patented internal safety circuit for type B double-ended installation. This is all about preventing shock, which is always recommended for new installations. Basically what this does is it makes it so that when installing the lamp in a double-ended wiring configuration, it prevents the flow of electricity through the lamp so you don't have the opportunity to get shocked. So really great selling feature for that as well. And here's a list of item numbers for those products. Don't forget to scan the spec sheet QR code there located in the lower right-hand corner. All right, I want to thank you all for taking the time to view this on-demand video. To obtain your certificate of completion, please scan the QR code found here, or you can go to LEDVANCEUS.com. You can click the quiz link also located in the description for this training, which you probably found through LEDVANCEUS.com. Please know, don't worry too much. There may be 28 questions that come up, but a lot of the first few ones are very, very basic. So the quiz really doesn't have too many questions. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. And again, I appreciate your time today.